I had a very stressful situation as far as my marriage, and I came to Charles Ullman and Associates back in July of 2008 to get some help to try to figure out how to resolve the situation. And in doing so, I first met Charles in July, and we started a dialogue, and it went very well, and went on into court in September initially for a hearing that resulted in a series of events that ended up, settling my case basically around the end of December. Yes, very much so. Charles was very personable and seemed to really care about me as a client and my situation. And I would say that him and his team did a really good job of preparing when we would go into court. They did a really good job of getting everything lined up ahead of time. They worked with me and my daughter on testimony that we were going to give. And then when you went into court, it was amazing just how quickly everything happens in court. And you really need to have all your ducks in a row and make every minute count when you're in front of the judge. And they did a really, really good job of preparing me and preparing themselves for that. Well, I think the biggest thing is you want an attorney that has knowledge of the law and experience in dealing with whatever the specifics of your individual case may be. And I'd certainly say that Charles Ullman and his team were very experienced and very thorough in that area. And you also want an attorney that really cares about you as a person and wants to try to get the best settlement to make the situation as good as they can for you. Divorce is not easy, it's not fun, it's difficult, and it's a long road that you go through as you go through the divorce process. That's another thing I would say is that when I went in, I didn't have a clue about what all was involved in going through the divorce process, and they guided me through every step of the way and told me what they were doing, why they were doing it, and provided very good direction. We had actually 3 hearings, and I thought all 3 of them went fairly well and went in very well prepared and knew what we wanted to do when we went in. We had mediation, and that went extremely well, and I would think, I say that the reason the mediation went very well is because of the preparation in the previous hearing, which sort of set the stage for the mediation. And we went into mediation. Charles Ullman and his team helped frame the debate, which resulted, I felt like, in a very fair and equitable settlement that enabled me to resolve most all the issues of the case. Yes, I am just coming out of the settlement, but I think me and my entire family are doing very well. There's been a lot of healing and a lot of closure that has really been the benefit for me, my former wife, and my children. It's been beneficial really for all of us. In court and even out of court, Charles Ullman and the team handled my family very well. I mean, they were firm and tough, which is what you want with an attorney representing you in a case like this. But yet they were fair and treated everybody with dignity and in a fair manner. Extremely so. I mean, we actually, we sat down and practiced what we were going to say and how we wanted to say it. Also, my older daughter, who was, she was a witness in one of the hearings, worked with her to get her prepared, and we basically laid out, this is what we want to do, and this is how we want to present it. And then we went into the hearings. That's pretty well much the way it came off, and it was extremely effective. First of all, I am so thankful that I went and talked to an attorney before I actually did anything, because I did not know the law. I was actually going to make some very poor decisions that would have really cost me and my family a lot of negative consequences, And by going and talking to an attorney before I ever did anything, I realized, no, you don't need to do that. You need to go do this. And that really worked very much to everyone's advantage. And so I would advise, if you're thinking about initiating an end to your marriage, talk to an attorney first before you do anything, because if you don't know the law, you can really make some bad decisions that end up hurting you and perhaps everyone in the family in the long run.